Hello, today's video is going to show you how to have a Google form that you can use Crat with so that it will send an automatic response to any recipient's email to show them their selections that they put into the Google form. So in order to do this, you've got to have a couple of documents. So the first document, which is of most importance, is you have to have some type of Google form that you've already created. So I'm going to open this up. And the other thing that you're going to need is the response sheet, which you can get through here if you go to responses. And by clicking on this sheet right here. What you're going to want to make sure that you do is before you get off of this, you want to make sure that you organize this so that you put it in the same folder as the Google form. So as you can see, my three things are together. This just makes it a lot easier to find the pieces and to keep everything organized in your Google Drive. The other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need to create a Google Doc, which will show you how to get the Crat responses that will then go to the email. So what you're going to see is one that I've already crafted for this one, but I'm going to show you step by step what we did. This is actually what will be emailed to the recipient so that they know how they responded to the Google form. And so my Chromebook is taking a couple of minutes to load, but you'll see just a minute that everything that you had in the spreadsheet and in the form will also be located in this Google Doc. So what will happen is you're going to create your form. You've got the questions here. And then from that, you want to generate the spreadsheet, which we did up at the top. And then once you've created the spreadsheet, all of these headers are things that you need to put inside of the Google Doc. So what I did here is I put name and then I used the carets and I went and copied email address because I want that to show up in the responses. And then I also did the same thing for copying the header for PLC and so on and so forth. It is important to note that if you don't use the carets, Crat won't work correctly. And then if you also change even a capital letter or add or take away a space that's not listed in the headings on the spreadsheet, you will not have possibly the same information pulled together, or it may not even work to send to the recipient. So you want to just do copy and paste, and that makes it a whole lot easier to guarantee everything that you want to show to that recipient is pulled correctly from Crat. So once you have that done, so you've created those three things, then you want to go back to your spreadsheet and go to add-ons. And if you don't have Crat, then you know that you need to go to get add-ons and search for Crat and pull it in. So we want to launch this. And as we launch Crat, it will pull up some steps that we're going to have to follow. And it does take a few minutes for this to load. So no jobs are merged yet, so I wanted to create a new job. The title of my job basically is going to be the same thing that I already have. So it's EOI 2016, 2017 West PLC rubric responses. And so I'm going to click next. Choose template from Drive. And it should pull up the one that I've been working on pretty recently, especially if you do this all at the same time. So then you want to click on that template and click select. And then next. And so it's going to show you all of the things that you want to make sure that you have Crat capture. And we definitely want that to occur. So we're going to click next. File settings. So We want to make sure that we, again, name this. And I'm just going to name it. All right. And then next, we already have them in folders, so we don't need to do that. That's not necessary. We can skip this one as well. Over here, you got to be careful because this actually will come out. And so these are the things, again, that we want to make sure that we're capturing. And so I'm going to click next. Share your doc and send emails over here, just to show you that that's over there as an option. I don't want to share that doc. So next, do I want to run on form trigger? That means like when somebody does it. So I want that to go through. And then save. Oh. Oh, I did forget a step. Okay, so what you want to do here is decide where do you want this to go when it creates the new AutoCrat responses, because what will happen is for every response generated, it'll create a copy of it for you in your Google Drive. And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we send it to a place where we can find it. So I'm going to select Learning AutoCrat and put it in there. And then let's see if this works. So hopefully if we've done all the pieces correctly, it'll do this for just a few minutes, but then it will create the job. So now that means that whenever somebody is filling out your Google form, they're linked to AutoCrat, which means that you'll capture the responses here, but they'll also receive an email that looks like this with their information tagged inside.